All right, let's dive right in with a crash course on pop music. We're going to figure out exactly why some songs seem to get stuck in your head and just refuse to leave. You know that feeling, right? You hear a song once and then, boom, it's just playing on a loop in your brain for the rest of the day. Well, guess what? That's not an accident. It's actually all by design. So, pop is literally short for popular music, and its main goal is right there in the name, to be loved by as many people as possible. To do that, it's engineered to be super catchy and really easy to remember. And that's exactly why those tunes get stuck. Believe it or not, there's a pretty simple recipe for a lot of hit songs. First, you've got the verse, which kind of tells the story and sets everything up. Then comes the chorus. That's the big, repeatable part that everyone sings along to. And finally, you get the bridge, which just switches things up a little to keep it interesting before that last big chorus hits. It's a formula that just works. Okay, but the real secret ingredient? It's something called the hook. This is that one short, clever little part of the song. It could be a line, a beat, a little guitar riff that just grabs your brain and absolutely will not let go. That's the part that gets stuck. That's the earworm. But you know, pop music is way more than just a formula. It's about the superstars. So how did we get from radio singers to the massive global idols we have today? Well, let's take a quick trip back in time. It really kicked off in the 1950s with Elvis Presley. He gave teenagers a sound that was all their own, totally different from what their parents listened to. Then, in the 60s, the Beatles came along and started the British invasion, becoming a worldwide obsession. But the 80s changed the entire game, all thanks to one thing: MTV. And this was a huge deal. For the first time, you could see the music 24/7. Superstars, like Michael Jackson and Madonna, didn't just sing, they used music videos to show off incredible dancing and iconic fashion. All of a sudden, an artist's look, their image, became just as important as how they sounded. All right, so we've got the stars and the formula. But what about the actual sound of modern pop? It has that super clean, polished feel, right? Well, that's because pop music has always been about using the absolute latest technology to craft the perfect hit. Yeah, these days, most pop songs aren't just made by a band playing together in a room. It's all about digital production. That means producers are using computers to build the song piece by piece, layering in all these different sounds and effects until it's absolutely perfect for the radio. And inside that digital studio, producers have this incredible toolkit. They have synthesizers to create totally new electronic sounds you could never get from a regular instrument. They use auto-tune, which is basically like a spell checker for a singer's voice, making sure every single note is perfectly in pitch. And then there's sampling, which lets you take a tiny piece of an old song, like a cool drum beat, and build a brand new hit around it. Here's a cool little secret. Ever noticed how it's so easy to dance to basically any pop song? Well, that's intentional. A lot of them are set right around 120 beats per minute, or BPM, because that tempo perfectly matches our natural rhythm for moving and dancing. Okay, so technology obviously changed the sound, but it also completely revolutionized how we find and listen to our favorite songs. It put all of pop music right in our pockets. I mean, just think about the difference. Not that long ago, you had to wait around for your favorite song to come on the radio, or you had to go to a store and buy a whole CD. But now, you can hear a brand new hit in a 15-second TikTok, find it on a playlist someone made, and stream it instantly. The access is just incredible. So, what's the magic behind all this new music discovery? It's algorithms. Services like Spotify and Apple Music are basically watching everything you do. What you listen to, what you skip, what you add to your playlists. And they use all that data to guess what you're going to love next, creating this perfect, personalized radio station just for you. And what this all means is that the power has totally shifted. It used to be that the big record labels and radio stations were the ones who decided what became a hit. But now, the biggest power is held by social media users. A song can blow up in a TikTok dance challenge and shoot to #1 in the world overnight, just because millions of people like you decided it was great. But pop's influence, it goes way, way beyond just what's in our headphones. It literally shapes the world around us. Seriously, think about it for a second. Pop music dictates fashion trends. It creates these massive live concert experiences that bring tens of thousands of people together. It gives us viral dance challenges that people do all over the planet. It's like a global language that connects everyone. And that idea of a global language is more true now than ever before. Big hits don't just come out of America or the UK anymore. Styles like K-pop from South Korea and Latin pop have absolutely exploded, topping charts all over the world. It just proves that a great song can connect with anyone, no matter where they are. And you really see that massive connection at live shows. We're talking huge numbers here. A major pop star can perform for more than 50,000 fans in just one night at a single stadium. These shows are these enormous shared experiences that create a real community. And of course, you can't talk pop without talking about the groups. They've always been a huge force, but they've evolved. In the 90s, you had groups like the Spice Girls, where everyone had their own distinct personality. Then in the 2010s, you had One Direction, who were really powered by their fans on social media. And today, you have global powerhouses like BTS, known for their absolutely perfect synchronized dancing and a massive global fan base. So all of this leaves us with a really big question. In a world where anyone can make a song in their bedroom and become a global star because of one viral video, the old rules are gone. The power has shifted. So who really decides what the next big thing is? Maybe it's you.